reality. Above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. I'm home. Cross my fingers and hope Mara hasn't done anything weird. After what happened yesterday, I can expect anything. Seems like the bed is still unmade, there's dust everywhere, and clothes still littered all over the floor. I see Mara by the bathroom door. Her hair's damp and smells really good. Her skin looks smooth, and I just stay there for a bit, gawking at her. She's gorgeous, but she's just an android. What am I even thinking about?
Oh, hi Sela. I managed to get some sleep in the end. I've been reading your...
I know androids could even live inside of a dumpster and not mind, but what is with all the mess?
Mess? But it's just like you left it.
Yeah, but why didn't you clean it up?
Why should I?
I suppose you didn't cook anything for me either.
Sela, I'm not a housemaid. Don't you remember?
That's true. But if you're not gonna clean or cook, what are you gonna do?
I can do it without a problem, but you didn't ask me to.
Now I have to clean everything. I'm starving.
I can cook something for you if you want.
Yeah. I start to wonder if getting this robot was a mistake. Though she's right about one thing, she's not a service android. Still, she should help me while I'm out of the house. Get the futon ready and sit on the couch. Haven't even changed my clothes. Mara's already coming back with a dish in her hands. It barely took her any time. 2 sandwiches, and one of them has a carved heart. 2 sandwiches. What's with the heart?
If you want it, you're gonna have to say the magic words.
Thank you.
Exactly. The one with the heart is mine. You can have the other one.
Yours, but you're an
android. Of course, I need to eat too.
So it turns out I have to worry about my own food and feed you as well? Why do we even need food? Wait. Get out of my way.
Ah, the little heart.
Cute.
I have organic parts just like you. I don't need too many nutrients, but I have to eat and breathe. Hey, for someone who works with androids, you know very little about them.
This is new. Why would you build an android that needs to eat and breathe? I don't think the Empire's actively looking for more mouths to feed. Seems Mara made me a cheese sandwich. Can't really complain though. I like cheese. Well, I know everything about androids up until the 4th generation. Had to study them so I could get my job, but you're a new model. You're not even up for sale, or at least that's what Yoko said. Anyway, having to eat human food is really weird, even for a latest generation android.
I can also sweat. My eyes can produce tears and more.
More? You're not actually a cyborg, are you? I could expect anything from Yoko.
No, I'm sure. Oh, yeah. As I was saying before you interrupted me so you could complain, I've been reading some of your books. I see you're very into fantasy.
Yeah, I like it. Helps me unwind a little bit. Maybe they're trying to simulate a quirky personality and that's why she's acting this way? Perhaps they gave her random features.
There was one book that caught my interest. It's called...
Hey, do you use personality features? You know, like on the old models?
I don't know what those are, and as far as I know, I don't.
Then where does your personality come from? Doubt you're just a mere companion android.
Hey, were you listening to me? What is this all about? What's wrong with my company?
No, there's nothing bad about it, but you're an android, right? I mean, are you really just gonna stay here just to talk with me? It's quite a boring task.
Nobody forced me to live with you.
Of course they did. I bought you. I mean, money wasn't exchanged, but I even have to feed you just like a pet.
That's enough. Don't compare me to a dog. Nobody feeds me. I eat because I need to, and I was the one who made that sandwich, so I'm the one feeding you.
An android like you makes no sense. I mean, your programming, everything is fake.
Humans are machines too. You're not any better than me.
I never said that. Humans have to follow their biology, true, but there's a great range of variation. Machine, their code is there, unmoving, unchanging. Humans are chaotic and unrestricted. Doesn't matter how good you are at emulating us.
What are you even talking about? I just want to enjoy my food.
I just don't think you're a 4th gen. Your behavior's so strange.
If you didn't want me here, you shouldn't have bought me then.
Maybe you're just another defective android?
Not broken.
Alright, sorry. You don't have to look at me like that.
I was talking about that book you have on your shelf. It's called Humanist Manifesto? You don't really believe that, do you?
Maybe. All those books and you had to pick that one?
Yeah, and I didn't like it. It's full of hate.
It's required reading at school. That's why I have it. Not like I believe what it says. She seems really concerned, and I mean, I understand why. I don't think any android could ever like that book. Mara gets closer to me, takes my right hand, and looks at the scar.
You have their mark.
They forced me to do it.
You said it was required reading? Why?
Humanism is our official religion. You didn't know anything about that?
During all these years, my family never mentioned a religion based on hatred of my kind.
Years? Can I know how old you are?
I don't know. It was manufactured 4 years ago, I think. Or maybe 5. My memories are a bit blurry.
That's a lot for a new android. Or should I say you're definitely not new?
What about you? You're clearly older than 4.
I'm 29.
Then you really are old.
Whatever. God. Anyway, just a group of fanatics. They won't do anything to you. They don't hate all androids.
They claim humans are the only perfect machine. Every other one's there to serve them. How can you argue that?
I mean, they're not totally wrong.
So you do believe it?
No, times change, okay? It's a really old book and machines keep getting more and more sophisticated. Maybe one day I'll find a machine equal to a human, but until that day comes, the book is right.
You have one right in front of you.
We'll see.
And what about the cuts? Did it hurt?
Of course they did. They do it because the androids don't bleed, or at least they didn't back when they wrote that book. I told you, it's ancient. It was just propaganda they wrote to motivate a bunch of workers who were losing their jobs. It was a long time ago, and nowadays we only keep, like, the spiritual parts of the religion. The government just uses it as an excuse, nothing else.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that.
You have no reason to be afraid. You're my property, so nobody can hurt you. You try to reassure in just the worst ways, my guy.
I'm not sure how I feel about that.
It really doesn't matter. The government... Wait a second, what are you wearing?
They're yours. I picked the ones I liked the most.
I know they're mine, but didn't you have your own set of clothes?
You don't really think I'm gonna keep using my factory clothing, do you?
Well, I do. It's not like I have a lot of clothes.
Nor variety. I had to manage with what I had available. I'll only keep this one, so don't worry. Everything else is still yours. Thank you for it.
Have to say this android simulation is outstanding. Going from religious topics to talk about clothes isn't an easy task for a machine. If I hadn't bought her, I'd have trouble guessing if she was a human or a robot.
Did you like your sandwich?
It was a cheese sandwich.
So what?
I liked it. Are you happy now?
Yeah. Why don't you tell me about your day at that interesting job of yours? It sounded fun.
To be honest, I was thinking of watching TV for a bit.
Not watching TV for one night won't kill you. Hey, can you give me a spare key? I want to go outside.
She just won't shut up. I don't really have any problem with her living here, but I also need some peace and quiet from time to time. Sure.
I like to go out for walks. Every time I do, I feel full of energy. I didn't get to go out often at my last home.
Alright, fine, I'll give you one eventually.
Is it really that hard to get one?
Do you really want me to go now? Can't you just wait one night? You're really annoying. Did you know that? I tune into the news channel on TV before I can hear Mara's grumbling. I'll get a spare key tomorrow.
Why exactly did you buy me?
Why are you asking that?
Do you expect me to just stay silent the whole time?
Yeah, even just for a few seconds? I turn off the TV. Mara isn't like Elaine, and it doesn't seem like she'll let me rest. I think she's got a point, though. I already bought her, so it'd be best if I made an effort to use her. It's so strange, making an effort for a machine. It's always been the other way around. Them working for me.
You've changed.
Changed? What are you talking about? You barely even know me.
I thought it'd be fun to be with you.
Okay then, can you tell me what you even want me to do?
Why are you so mean to me? I'm already here, so I thought we could do something together. I'm not saying this to bother you. You just want me to be here. What's the point of that?
I'm sorry. Come on, let's go to the roof.
Really?
Yeah, let's go. She seems to be in a better mood now. Don't really know what we're supposed to do upstairs, but at least I can enjoy the view from there. We take the building's infuriatingly slow elevator to the rooftop. There's a locked door in our way, but thankfully I own a master key from Hoplansec. We stand close to the ledge and finally spend a few minutes in silence.
The city is so pretty.
You mean the district? The city changes a lot from one district to another and goes way further than what you can see. Where do you live?
I don't remember the name. All I remember is that we hardly ever saw the outside world. I could see the sky from an indoor patio where I used to walk. That place had white walls. They were pretty but lifeless. You just can't compare it to this.
Are you sure it was a family? That sounds more like a secret facility or a laboratory.
It was a lab, but that doesn't matter. My parents were scientists, my siblings other androids. Still, I prefer to call them my family. Let's change the subject. Do you like this place?
She still has memories of that. I'm starting to feel sorry for her. Of course.
What about the people? Do you like them?
Can't complain.
What about that old android you had? You exchanged us for a reason. Now that you've gotten to know me, what do you think? Was she better or worse than me?
How do you know that? I don't know. It doesn't matter now. You're here.
I saw her manual in your desk. You know, I think you should go out somewhere with me.
I should? Aren't you supposed to ask me? Where do you want to go?
I'm not sure. I don't know this city. Take me someplace you like.
I'll think about something. Why don't you tell me more about your family? I find it weird that you still have memories of them. How was your life over there?
Pretty normal. I lived with other androids and we went to classes and had to pass tests and inspections. We had days off where I'd go for a walk. Everything was nice, but strange. They'd sometimes move us from one facility to another in some kind of trailer, but I don't know why. All the scientists and professors were the same ones every time, and even all those different places always looked the same.
Who were they? I mean, which company?
I don't know. They never told me. They acted like we were all a family and we were there to learn, like it was something normal. I never really fell for it, but I think my siblings did.
Beginning to feel curious about Mara's creator. She's a strange android without a real task, and that makes me feel uneasy. I've got to question her about it. well, I think we should sleep for now. We've got the entire weekend to talk about whatever you want, okay?
Alright, would you mind if I sleep with you? I don't like the couch.
Okay. I go back inside and I get the futon ready. Give one of my pajamas to Mara. I'm not sure why, but since she's already wearing my clothes, it's not a big deal if she wears one of my pajamas. It's so cute. You really like to talk, don't you? I need some peace and quiet from time to time. It's not like you bother me, but just saying.
That's because I feel a bit nervous.
Nervous?
Yeah, it's dumb. When I feel nervous, I just talk a lot. I just wanted you to like me and look determined.
You were nervous because of me? Whatever. She just nods once again, it almost looks like she's blushing. Now that I see her in my pajamas, she looks pretty cute. This latest generation androids seem to be fairly squishy. Brush one of my fingers against her skin.
What are you doing?
You're really soft. What are you made of?
I don't know.
Forget about it. Let's go to bed. Finally get into my bed, although we barely managed to fit inside of my tiny futon. The fact that we keep trying not to get too close to each other doesn't help either.
Hey, Sela, where are we going tomorrow?
I don't know.
The fridge is almost empty. Why don't we go grocery shopping? You can give me my key then.
We don't have to. I can order them online. Why are you so interested in that key? Planning to leave?
I won't, but when you put it that way, it sounds as if I were in a prison.
Alright, that sounded bad. I'll give it to you tomorrow. Mara doesn't say a word after that. Maybe she's fallen asleep? Perhaps I'd best try getting off to sleep too. Silence. 11 days. It feels like so much time, but I know it will fly. And can you offer me proof of your existence? How can you when neither modern... Thanks, Ghost in the Shell. I didn't catch the last of that, but cool. The smell, it's pouring outside and I'm completely drenched. Everything is dark and blurry, but I can still make out a few shapes. What the hells? My vision improves for a few seconds and I manage to see a sequence of images running through a metal bridge, the rubber of my boots squeaking against the wet iron. Suddenly come to a halt. Can see something. Someone. Hear a scream. It's my own voice. Don't do it! Duh. 3 quick gunshots, one after another. Bodies collapse to the floor and I drop my gun. I can see a trail of blood in the water, but it's not coming from them, but me instead. My right hand is wounded, bleeding. Wake up sweating and coverless. It's just a nightmare. Mara's stolen the bed sheets. She's still asleep, so I get myself ready before waking her up. Take a shower and pour myself a bowl of cereal. I don't think I'll bother her. She looks pretty cute when she's sleeping. Barely recognize myself. I'm taking care of an android all over again. Better learn how she works. Part of me knows she's just an android, but another one is starting to forget and it pisses me off. Stare at her while I eat my cereal and turn on the TV once I'm done to see if she wakes up. Doesn't seem to work. I have an idea. I'll go out, pick up her key, and give it to her once she wakes up. That way she won't pester me about going out again. Shouldn't take too long. Go down the elevator and walk to the closest tech support booth. It's terribly cold outside. Oh my word. What? Next rent pit. Oh no, I'm having flashbacks to fucking Valhalla. Latest high-tech exclusive news. Defense forces retake Fort Ascot. After the defeat on the Eastern Front 2 weeks ago, the defense troops have successfully rallied and launched a strong counterattack against the Hatcher. What the hell, whatever. With the with this offensive Fort Ascot, a hay point. A key point. That's key. That's a K. Wait, which of these is that? Hacker? Does that say hacker then? A hacker menace. This is a fucking nightmare font. Key point in the defense of the northern border has been retaken. General Madden suspects that the fort may have been connected to the network of tunnels under the desert, which could help with the effort to find the main headquarters of the enemy army. ETU tensions. European Travel Union. Tensions with the ETU are increasing after the latest tariff increase on multiple imperial products in response to the Empire's military actions in the territories bordering the European Union. This imperial diplomatic group is still in negotiations with the European General Council to find a solution to the problems caused by the conflict and to avoid worsening our already complicated relationship. Imperial Guardian Angel saves the Minister again. What in the world? Minister of Foreign Affairs suffered another failed attack yesterday on his way to a meeting with the Emperor. Several motorbikes tried to attack his armored transport, but failed, and their riders were killed in the attempt. Unfortunately, at the same time, his house was raided, and his daughter is now missing. It's believed that she may have been in the house at the time and been abducted by the raiders. It has not yet been confirmed, but it's suspected that those responsible for this attack may be members of the terrorist group Red Moon, which seeks independence for the Japanese refugee district. Interesting. Contact landlord. No thanks. Keycard generated. You can now return your card. Okay. Unable to contact. Great. Good. Of course. Put my card inside, and after less than a minute of waiting, the machine gives me a copy. I feel like such a lazy bones for not doing before. It was so easy. Hard part was just getting motivated. Ain't that the way? Seems like she still hasn't woken up. Pat her a few times. She gets up and rubs her face. She's still sleepy. Can't help but remember she's a machine whenever she acts in such a realistic way, but somehow she seems even more human than me. Every time I look at her, my curiosity about how they programmed her grows. Good morning. Good morning. Come on, go wash your face and come back here. Quick, quick. She's taking it very seriously. She runs to the restroom and comes back a few seconds later. What's up? I give her the key. There you go. Got it while you were sleeping.
Finally, thank you.
She tries to hug me but stops herself before she can do it. She looks afraid. Oh no! Huh? Now she actually hugs me but moves away quickly. Smell. It's a mix of my own smell and a sweet fragrance. Very nice. Very different from the plastic smell that Elaine had.
Hey, are you okay?
Of course I am. Why do you ask?
You're screaming in your sleep. I think you were having a nightmare.
So you were awake.
Maybe.
Click. Don't worry about it. Nightmares are a common thing with humans. We all get them every once in a while.
I know. I get them too. But you were screaming.
I'm fine. Stop thinking about it.
Alright, so where are we going?
It's starting to rain, so I don't know if we should go out. Will something happen if you get wet?
Of course not. Just take an umbrella and let's go outside. Although, I don't know this city.
I know, but this rain... Why don't you just go by yourself? You've already got your key.
You're coming with me.
Ugh, fine. Why am I following her orders? She's my robot. Still, find it more bothersome to argue with her instead of just going out for a walk.
Let me get dressed.
Mara gets ready and we then leave my place.
What is this cute little thing over here?
Wow. She's completely fascinated by all the storefronts we pass on our way. She seems to like this district. After walking for a few minutes, a commercial android approaches us. Oh my goodness.
Excuse me, miss, do you have a moment? I have noticed your arm is a Skyfields 001A model, and I would like to inform you that your favorite maker, Corpo Industries, has released 68 models with superior capabilities to yours. I will now explain these upgrades in detail. Do you agree with this?
Rabbit legs, true heart, memory chip. Well, I don't agree. I'm in a hurry. Go away. Just had to bother me in exactly this moment. Mara's distracted, looking at displays while sheltering from the rain, bathing in the neon lights from the shop's awnings.
You may not know this, but since you are already the proud owner of a model older than the True Limb series, you will get a 30% reduction on your next purchase at Corpo shops. This offer includes our newest memory chips. You just need to give us your old model.
I already told you I'm not interested.
But our new models have the cleanest, most sensitive skin in the market. I am sure your partner will be absolutely delighted to stroke your new soft hands. Are you sure you are not interested?
I walk off to ignore the android. It seems to finally understand and starts to look for its next prey. Thank goodness. Walk up to Mara. Come on, Mara. We'll never get to the place I mentioned at this rate.
You never mentioned any place. Look at those androids. Aren't they cute?
I don't like them too much.
Wouldn't you like to buy one?
I already bought you. They're third generation androids. They're very plain. I'm used to them. You can tell their machines as soon as they open their mouths.
Are they different from me?
Yeah, a lot.
Okay, so where are we going?
Record shop.
Records? Do you mean music?
I'm talking about DVDs. It's an old form of data storage. I have a small collection and I want to see if they've got something new.
Let's go then.
The store isn't too far away, so we reach it in just a few minutes. Wow. Nice. Just rockin' synth pop. That's it. That's all you need. There aren't any other customers, like always, although the place looks as good as ever. As soon as we walk through the door, Mara runs to the shelves, getting lost in them. She's very curious. Guess I'll greet old Harold. Oh, hey Lily, is Harold here?
Hi Sela, it's been a while. No, he went to get a new
shipment?
Yes.
Mara appears out of thin air and stands next to me.
Is she with you? I'm Lily. Nice to meet you.
She's with me. Her name's Mara.
Are you a nurse android? I used to. Old Harold.
Old Harold, the store's owner, bought her when the hospital was going to throw her away. She's a first-generation android with a ton of hardware upgrades and a few cosmetic ones.
Ah, I like your clothes. Thank you. I like them too. Harold says they give the store a great mood.
Mara grabs my arm and drags me over to one of the store areas. Synth pop. I already have everything here.
Where do you keep them? I haven't seen them at home.
In my closet. Do you like them?
I do. I've never heard anything like it. Their aesthetic is incredible.
It's really old music, older than the mechanical revolution, maybe even older than the first settlements.
It fits you too. It's dark and a bit depressing, but passionate at the same time.
Haha, very fucking funny.
And where do you play them?
I have a DVD player at home, but this isn't their original format. We don't actually know what that was. All we know is they were re-recorded onto these discs, and unlike the originals, we managed to preserve them.
Which one will you buy?
I don't know. Gotta take a look first. Before I can say anything, she grabs one of the discs and puts it on the player on the shelf. Even if this was her first time, she's learned to use it really quickly. They're fast learning. What do you think about it?
It's hard to listen to.
Yeah, not everything here's good. I should get you something better. One day I'll give you a tour of the shop. Most of this music needs you to try your best while listening to it.
You really like music, don't you?
Who doesn't?
I know, but you're the first person who listens to plenty of genres and takes music in such a methodical way.
That's more like basic human behavior. Makes boring moments a bit more tolerable. Didn't you listen to music at your old home?
Sometimes, but it was always classical. They would play it in the hallways and I couldn't hear it very well.
I get it. That's kind of sad though, even for an android. You can use my DVD player whenever you want.
Thank you.
Now you have to learn how to listen.
What? What do you mean?
You can't just listen a few seconds from a song and then move on to the next one. You have to be more patient. If you really like a song, you can try to guess what the author was trying to convey when creating the piece. We'll never know because almost no information has been kept about many of these authors, so it's fun to do. Mara grabs another disc and listens to it without replying. Seems like she doesn't care about my musing. Should have guessed. Or maybe she's unable to reply once I get into deeper, more complicated topics. Did I just find her weak spot? Grab one of the discs that I still don't have in my collection and take it to the counter. I'll listen to it at home. I'm taking this slowly. Perfect. So, how's business? Everything okay?
Our customers are really loyal, even if they disappear for a while. They always end up coming back. There are not too many, but they help us keep this place afloat. So it seems that we will be here for quite a long time.
Glad to hear that. What about Harold's health? Last time I came here, he was kind of sick.
He is better, but it still has not made a full recovery. His body is very old after all.
And what'll happen when he passes away? I mean, it's gonna happen one day.
He said he will leave the business to me.
I don't think that's legal.
I don't think he cares.
Well, thanks anyway, Lily. Take care and tell the old man I said hi.
I will. Please come back again.
I look for Mara. I have a hard time finding her, but managed to do it. Have to drag her away from the store. She's completely smitten with this place. Probably tried over a dozen different albums while I was talking to Lily.
Can't we just stay here a little longer?
You can listen to most of this music in our house. I'll let you use the player.
It's not the same.
We can come back one day and you can spend the entire day here if you want, okay?
Promise?
Promise.
Alright, where are we going now?
I wanted to take you somewhere. It's a surprise. Do you want to go?
Oh, I like that. Of course I do.
Come with me then. Wanted to take her to a mechanic in the industrial area. Don't feel I'm capable enough to open her up and check her manufacturer, but I'm sure they'll know something about this new model. I was afraid she wouldn't come if I told her, so decided to keep it a secret. Besides, even if it's not exactly a tourist attraction, the area is still kind of nice. I'm sure she'll like it. It's far away, so we take a floating train there. Mara's still watching through the windows, completely spellbound, and doesn't mutter a single word for the entire trip.
It's here? There's nothing here, just those huge buildings.
It's not a building. Look closely. We have to jump down that opening. I'll go first, okay?
I said I wanted to look at the city. Are you sure we came here for that?
Trust me, just watch your step. Mara doesn't look too convinced, but I know she'll go anyway. I walk down first to make sure the stairs are safe. I wait for Mara, who shows up quickly, walking downstairs while covering her eyes. I hold her once she reaches me. Good, see? No big deal. You can open your eyes now.
It's beautiful.
I know.
So what is this place?
Refineries, but if you want to be more specific, we're in the old residential area. It's pretty much abandoned, but they still have a few mechanics here willing to do unconventional works.
What'd they use it for?
Oil refining. Their workers used to live here, but they soon were replaced by androids, so this area is obsolete. Factories over there are Veltas. It's where they have their android assembly lines. It's not exactly the best area, but it's not bad either. It's one of the safest too.
The machinery's loud.
You'll get used to it.
And they don't mind having illegal mechanics here?
I guess they came up with a deal or something.
It's a good place. You didn't really talk to me about your job, you know.
I work at the police station. It's nothing special.
Maybe that's not special, but you work with androids. You probably don't see that too often.
It's not exactly common, you're right. I was really into androids a while back, so I looked for a job where I could see a lot of them, but that's a thing of the past. I lost interest over time.
Yet you still want me.
I'm just saying, I don't find them as interesting as I did before.
And I'm repeating myself, yet here you are with me.
You're right, maybe I should return you.
Oh.
But I never met an android so, like, you. I still need to figure out how you work, and that's why we're here.
What?
One of those mechanics will check you up. I want to take a look at what you have inside. I'm just waiting for them to open up.
You can't live with knowing how I work, can you? Other androids might not seem interesting enough for you, but I am, even if you don't accept it. You're going way too far just to prove I don't have a real personality.
I just want to know your manufacturer, okay? Don't go putting words in my mouth.
I don't want you to open me up, especially without asking me first.
I've got the last word here.
You've been saying that ever since we met, and I still don't know what you want to see. Just tell me.
Mara, if you do have actual feelings, that means you also have a conscience. Therefore, you possess singularity to some degree. Singularity is illegal. If I'm gonna live with an illegal android, I should at least know about it, don't you think?
And you're willing to let a cheap mechanic open me up?
There's good mechanics here. You'll be fine.
Fine, alright. At least it means you'll stop asking.
It won't take too long. I know it might seem dangerous, but it really isn't. I've been here before. Mechanics are calm, nice people, and they rarely get into trouble. Illegal androids, on the other hand, are actually dangerous.
Do I look dangerous to you? I barely reach your shoulders.
You never know. I've seen smaller ones cause a lot of trouble. Androids without any kind of safety restrictions can be really unpredictable.
So that's what you're afraid of, me doing something you wouldn't expect.
I'm not afraid of you, don't be silly.
Of course, that's why you brought me here.
I don't know, okay? Your programming is weird.
I'll take that as a compliment. Hey, what's repo deposit? It's written everywhere.
It's the old owner of these refineries. Everything in this district's owned by some big company. Even I work for one, Hoplonsec, a security firm.
And now we'll learn who made me. Do you have a prime suspect?
You're probably a Corpo model. They make pretty much every android in this district. Plus, they have the lead when it comes to new technologies. Everything will be fine as long as it's not Velta. They're never up to anything good.
Are they dangerous? If they are, I really hope they didn't make me.
They are, but only if you go against them. Actually, I heard they were up to something. We were gonna go to their headquarters in order to investigate something, but then the mission was canceled in mere seconds.
So they're more like a mafia.
Kinda. Still, it's not like I care about what they do. I'd rather not interfere. One of the garage doors opens. It's the one I was looking for. Make my way there with Mara following me. Hope they work well. Hello, ladies. What can I do for you? I bought my android. She's a new model. Kind of weird one. Wanted to know if you could take a look at her.
New android. Fifth generation. Corporal's almost done with them. She's not the first one I've seen. Taking a look at a few test models.
Mara glances at me and steps back. She seems scared. I put my hand on her back and push her towards the mechanic.
Calm down, girl. It won't hurt. I need you to take off your clothes.
Is that really necessary?
These new androids have very delicate skin sheets. They aren't as easy to open up like old models.
Relax. Trust me. Mara takes her clothes off very slowly and then sits on the metal examination table.
It's cold. Temperature sensors. She must be a 5th generation, no doubt.
Mara gives me one last look before the mechanic connects to her and turns her off.
Her operative system doesn't have any kind of brand or trademark. Strange.
Can you open her up?
Of course, but we gotta let her open by herself or we risk damaging her inseams. This isn't my first time doing it, don't worry.
Mechanic carefully opens Mara's head and the pieces move away immediately.
Interesting.
What is it? When I take a look at Mara's head, I see the worst possible thing I could find. Very few people know that symbol. It's Velta Labs' unofficial seal. They'd never risk leaving their actual mark on something they want to keep secret, so Mara's probably an illegal android.
I don't know that company. Do you?
No idea. You can stop now. I think that's enough for me. Mechanic ignores me and motions to remove one of Mara's skull pieces.
I just want to take a look.
I told you to stop. As soon as his hands get close, Mara turns on again and the previously lifeless pieces that covered her brain begin to beat. A dark red liquid starts flowing through the clear tubes connected to her brain. It's blood!
What the hell? This thing's alive! It's not a damn android!
Also, why was taking her clothes off necessary when all you were fucking with was the back of her head? Fucking weirdo. Mara's brain suddenly closes and all the pieces automatically move back into place. Mechanic recklessly pulls on the cable connecting them and Mara cries in pain, blood flowing from her ear. I don't know how to react until I see him grabbing a wrench from the back.
Help me.
He tries to hit Mara with the wrench, but I manage to stop him by gripping his arm. What the fuck do you think you're doing?
Let me go. She's a monster. We have to destroy her.
What the fuck are you talking about? She's just a pyroid.
So you knew it.
Even if it's organic, that's still an artificial brain.
No, I've seen pyroids before, and not a single one will put red blood or be like an actual human. Can't be related to this thing in any way.
He breaks my hold and once again gets ready to swing his wrench. I push Mara away with my right hand and use the mechanic's strength against him, leaving him on the floor.
You really gonna defend that thing? Putting it above an actual human?
Ah, fuck yeah! I kick him in the face, making him writhe in pain. Press my knee against his back and punch his nape with my metal arm. Don't stop hitting him until I feel oh shit! Oh fuck! Oh shit! Whoops! Oh my god! Oh shit! Oops! Oh no, we've done a murder! Oh shit! Don't stop hitting him until I feel the floor tiles with my knuckles. When I look around, I see Mara sitting up with her hands over her head. Seeing her makes me come back to my senses. Are you okay? She crawls away from me. I'm sorry, did he hurt you? I didn't want to...
My ear hurts.
Her hearing sensors seem to be completely destroyed.
Celia, your eyes.
I feel a sudden throbbing pain in my head. Everything turns dark. I wake up slowly. Outside the garage? What happened? Mara's sitting next to me. Her ear and her hands are still covered in blood.
Celia, are you okay? You had a seizure.
Oh, not this shit again. I'm fine. My head just hurts a little bit. How are you?
It still hurts.
We have to get away from her. I feel the need to protect her. You're really delicate. Let's get the fuck out of here. I reach out my hand. What's wrong, Mara? Come on. It's all over. You don't have to worry. Mara takes my hand and I help her get up. look at her, looking for any other damages.
Don't touch me, it hurts.
I have to fix your ear. You can't leave that just hanging there. Now that I think about it, does it really hurt? Why would they make an android who can feel actual pain? What a stupid design.
It's not stupid.
Your brain knows when you have a damaged piece, just like any other android.
Shut up! Can't you stop criticizing me for just one moment, even now?
Come on, let me cut that thing. Use my mechanical hand to hold the cable between my fingers and stretch it until it breaks. It's easy. It seems the pain has gone away, but I still feel bad for her.
It doesn't hurt anymore, thank you, but now I can't hear anything with this ear. This is all your fault.
I'm sorry. I'll get it fixed. Don't worry about that.
You could simply trust me, no matter who my maker is. You killed that man.
These mechanics always keep a memory backup in a database. He can get a new body. Had to destroy his head or he'd have turned us in.
Turned us in? So, am I illegal?
Yes, very much so.
Are you gonna turn me into the police?
I am the police. You don't have to worry about that. Let's go home. Mara and I walk to an emergency exit, a tunnel followed by a set of stairs leading to the top. We take a floating train home. Suppose I should never go back to that place again.
Your eyes went white while you were fighting and then you passed out.
It's been a while since the last time that happened. It's some kind of trance. I don't remember when they started, but I thought they'd gone away forever.
But you stopped him from killing me.
Yeah, but still, I'm sorry for bringing you in the first place. I'll never make you go through something like that again, but I need to know if you have singularity.
Why is that so important?
4 years ago, Velta developed a new android generation, the 4th generation. They used a self-improvement technique and automatic learning, which supposedly made each and every one of them unique. But the same day they went on sale, those androids tried to take over an entire district. The police managed to keep them out of the network and turn them off, but a lot of people died in the process. Ever since then, any kind of development in the singularity area is illegal. And then you're here, 4 years later, with a Velta Lab symbol on your brain, and a personality so human-like that it's impossible to tell you aren't actually one. I need to know what you really are.
If I'm so important, why hasn't Velta tried to get me back?
That's a good question. I'd like to know how Yoko got you in the first place. We're gonna have a really long talk the next time I see her.
Still, I feel safe around you. It was actually a good day. I had a really good time before we got to that factory, and the day still isn't over. We can do something once we get home.
I don't know.
You owe me.
Why?
I hurt my ear because of you.
Okay. What do you want to do?
I'll think about it when we arrive home, so you know how to fight.
She doesn't seem upset over what just happened. Of course I know, I'm a cop.
Was it hard to learn?
Kinda. It's kind of hard to fight against metal rivals. I'm lucky to have my prosthetic arm.
Everything happened so fast. It's amazing how you managed to react to everything.
To be honest, I don't remember it too well. All I know is that I wrecked his memory chip.
I don't like fighting, but the way you did it almost looked like a dance.
I need to use martial arts when I'm against someone physically stronger than me, but seeing how delicate you are, I think pacifism is probably the way to go for someone like you. Thinking about it, where can I find a new eardrum? Guess I'll have to ask Yoko. Her internal design is way too strange to try to fix myself, and I cannot risk taking her to another mechanic. The sun begins to set, but I don't have to wake up early tomorrow, so I don't mind. Actually, I even feel like hanging out with Mara now that I feel calm again. It was months of just leaving my home to go to work and then coming back home just to repeat the cycle. starting to give up on understanding her programming. It's completely new and absolutely nothing like what I've learned. I guess I'll have to coerce Hyoko into telling me.